Hey, what's going on, guys? Adam here with 80 Proof Goods, and I just want to take you through this process of me making a Slim Minimalist wallet out of this gray Minerva full grain Italian leather. Now, first off the bat, obviously it looks kind of green. The gray Minerva does have a greenish hue to it at first, but as it ages and develops its own patina, and it's ready to tell its story, then it turns into kind of a charcoal gray. So gray Minerva looks green at first, turns into a gray later. So obviously I'm using my Glowforge Basic to cut out these panels. Now I do have a Glowforge Pro, but the Glowforge Basic is something that I just tend to use on a daily basis for these light projects, and then when I need something heavy duty, I break out the Pro. So obviously I cut the panels, no stitching holes or anything like that, and then I get to work by hand. Now the first thing I do is sand off all that laser char, which you saw me do first, and here I'm beveling the edges after the sanding gets taken care of, because sanding it gives it a little bit of a hard edge that you want to get rid of on the places that you're going to be using that won't be glued down. So the opening of a pocket like these here, the opening of the card slots, things like that. Now from there, I'm going to take my Tokonole in my needle applicator along with the canvas cloth and burnish that down to a glassy edge, and you'll see a really good shot of that later on. Here is the cash pocket. Now for my Slim Minimalist wallet, I put the cash pocket on the outside, something maybe a little bit more modern than some of the more traditional cash pockets that you'd see. This one's offset, so it's got about an inch gap, which you see me skive off an inch, tape it down, and then fold it. So you'll have about an inch down from the top of the wallet. So I'm going to use this roller here to flatten things out and then mark my stitching line about a quarter inch, maybe a little less than a quarter inch from the edge. And then I'm stitching this wallet with Auburn thread. Now I exclusively use Vinymo thread. I think it's one of the highest quality threads. It's a number 5 size, so not too big, not too small. In my opinion, it's a perfect size. Now here I'm using Aquillim 315. I've got a reusable silicone glue brush, which I highly recommend for people who want to avoid a lot of waste. If you're sick of using like needle app or cotton applicators or something like that, you can get rid of that stuff. Use a reusable silicone one, and then you can just peel off the glue later once it dries. From here, I'm breaking out my skiving knife again to skive off the edges of those card slots. So you want to make it a little bit thinner. I don't skive many pieces of this particular wallet design, just the card slots there. So just reducing some bulk and making it that slim minimalist wallet. From there, I like to use binder clips on the edges once I glue everything back together, and then I'm marking my stitching line on the inside of the wallet 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. 1/8 of an inch is my sweet spot for most projects, with the exception of things like the cash pocket you saw earlier, which is about a quarter inch. From there, I just snip off that excess once I sew it with my Cobra Class 26, and I burn that. Now, I typically like to use a Max Wax thread zapper, but the batteries just run dry in that thing so quickly, so I picked up one of those Bic Torch Lighters, so it's a little bit hotter than your regular candle lighter. From there, sand off the edges again, get them really flush, and then bevel them. Tokonole canvas cloth is your best bet for making this glassy edge. This is my favorite part. It's so satisfying once the light hits it. So if you haven't tried that method, break out some Tokonole, break out some canvas cloth, just regular plain, not waxed. It's going to do the trick. And there you have it. The last thing I like to do if the customer in this case doesn't request a laser engraving with their initials, I throw on the whiskey glass icon stamp with my Arbor Press. And there you have it, gray Minerva, Auburn thread. Drop a comment below, let me know what you think. Of course, subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you in the next one.